at home, they get Carolina home, and then they're on the road to Philly. Alex Smith injury does give me a little concern, Skip, even though it's his calf, and they said, it doesn't seem to be serious. I think it's on that right leg, the one that he had the problem with.
It is.
That's very concerning for me. But I still believe that even if he's not 100%, they can win one of the last 3 games, and that's all it's going to take. If they win one of the last 3 games, that means Philly would have to win out at Arizona, at Dallas, and, at home at Washington. And I don't believe that's possible. And Dallas would have to win out San Francisco, Philly, at the Giants. When you get San Fran at home, Philly at home, and at the Giants. I don't believe they went out. So I believe it's Washington division to lose. Their defense has been unbelievable. And so that's what you can hang your hat on. That front 7 gets after people. And so I'm going to say right now, I'm going to say the football team, I don't like what the Giants did yesterday, Skip. They should have stuck with Colt McCoy because Daniel Jones was a sitting duck. And I don't know what it is, but maybe it's just me. But every time he gets hit, the ball comes out with Daniel Jones. Every sack, the ball is on the ground.
True.
And so that's concerning because I don't know how you increase and playing in that. Skip, it's always going to be cold. I don't know if he noticed this, but in New York, it gets cold. Late October, November, December, January, it's going to be cold. You're outdoors.
Yep.
And so I don't see it getting better. So I'm going to take the football team to win this division.
So for the last couple of weeks, you have picked the Giants to win this division, right?
Until Daniel Jones got hurt.
Okay. So allow me to say up front, this is the damnedest division in the history of pro football. And I use that word literally because I say, damn this division for torturing me as a Cowboy fan this whole year. Usually when your team is 3-9 and playing a game on, what was it, December 13th yesterday, wouldn't you be way out of it at 3-9?
Oh,
wouldn't you be long home for the holidays?
Yeah.
And yet my team goes and beats a team that's even worse than it is, the Bengals or Bungles. And all of a sudden at 4-9, you say, gee, maybe you got a long shot, right? At least you got a mathematical chance, but I give them no chance. And it's crushing me that my team keeps winning games, such as that one, that it doesn't need to win because it's really got no realistic shot because it lost both games to Washington, so it doesn't have any tiebreaker.
Right.
If you told me it had the tiebreaker, I'd say, okay, let's go for it.
Right.
But it doesn't. So you can win out and you're still going to lose, and you're going to lose drafts places. You're going to tumble down the board, right?
Yep.
Okay. So now even the injury gods are wreaking havoc on the damnedest division ever because Alex Smith's got a problem because that's his surgically repaired leg, and it took however many, was it 19 surgeries, whatever it was, and now you got a calf issue, and you and I both know how those work. Once you have it, it's just tricky. And the thing is, it can come and it can go.
And it's not like he had a whole lot of calf to work with.
No, he did not. Okay, so that's an X factor, and Daniel Jones' hamstring remains an X factor.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, Philly's defense just got decimated down the stretch of that game yesterday. So they're going to Arizona against a defense that rose up against the Giants. And by the way, speaking of defense decimation, my secondary is just wiped out. 4 starters are out. Okay, so now I go back to Jalen Hurts. I think he's become the X factor here. And I'm not going to be shocked. This is just me. And I love me some Jalen Hurts. I will not be shocked if he figures out a way to carry them to 3 victories and they win out.
Wow.
The problem is at Arizona is going to be tough depending on how much of the defense is gone because Kyler's going to light up what's left of this defense, I fear. So Jalen's going to have to light back up a Cardinal defense that came back to life after about 3 bad games in a row.
And who's going to deal with DeAndre Hopkins?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I know who it would have been. It would have been Darius Slay, and is he going to be out?
But Skip, what also concerns me about Kenyon Drake need to hold on to the football. Skip, he fumbled the ball like 3 times yesterday, and he got it back every time. And Kyler looked to the sideline like, are y'all going to take him out? Are y'all going to get him out because he about to cost us the game? I believe that Jalen Hurts could beat the Cowboys. But the likelihood, I mean, I'm sure someone's going to lay some heavy money on Fox Bet that the Cowboys win out, Washington loses out. And
Seattle, Carolina at Philly.
I don't see Carolina.
I just don't see Washington losing to Carolina.
I don't either. I don't either. Skip.
Sometimes Teddy Bridgewater will rise up and play a game that you say, where did that come from?
But Skip, they don't pressure the quarterback. No. I mean, Drew Lock was like 21 or 27 for 4 touchdowns yesterday.
And there was a reason, because he had no heat on him.
He got no heat.
Yeah, I agree.
So, yeah, I don't see, not like you said, but Carolina, we saw what they did, Skip. They put the biggest scare in my homeboy.
They did. 33 to 31.
Yes.
And Bridgewater had a better QBR at Kansas City than Patrick Mahomes.
They could rise up, but without McCaffrey, Skip, and are you gonna risk bringing him back for a couple of games?
I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I say beware of Jalen Hurts. He's going to decide the East one way or the other, and it may come down to that game Washington at Philly would be the conclusion.
So who you like?
I got to give Washington the leg up right now, just because, to your point, their front seven is it's like Super Bowl good,
yes.
right? Like it's like that good,
yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, guys, listen up. Will Baker or Lamar look more impressive tonight? We got a good one, and we'll go there next. It still remains 2 games out of first and is right now last in the NFC East. So, Shannon, does Zeke have a point?
Hell no. They say this every time. Hold on, Skip. Zeke was the same guy that said this after the Minnesota game. Remember, he said that after the Minnesota game? And then guess what?
At least they had an impressive win that day.
Yeah, okay.
On the road, yeah.
Michael Irvin, Zeke said after that big come from behind win against the Falcons, this is the kind of game that gives you momentum, that gives you. And guess what happened? You lost to Seattle. You come back against the Giants. Oh, boy, we got some momentum.
Well, you left out Cleveland, in which we were down 41 to 14 in the fourth quarter at home.
Yeah, and I remember you guys came back against the Giants. We're down 17-3. You came back. Andy Dalton. Yeah. Big. And guess what happened the next game, Skip? You want to tell them? You want me to tell them? Blown out by Arizona. After the win against the Vikings. That's why we go, Zeke said, we go get this train rolling again. Guess what happened, Skip, on Thanksgiving? Tell the people at home that maybe was eating and didn't watch the game. Blown out by the Washington football team.
In the fourth quarter.
No. You were blown out.
Well, it should have been tied going to the fourth quarter.
You lost 41 to 16? So, Skip, no. Skip, you beat one of the worst teams in football. I'm not so sure right now on a neutral field, I wouldn't take Cincinnati over the Jets. I wouldn't take Cincinnati over Jacksonville with Gardner Minshew back. Because Mike Glennon been sorry since he got to Tampa, and he done bounced around. He's still sorry.
He was sorry in college.
He's just the older sorry player. Now, he was young and sorry. Now he old and sorry.
Vanderbilt beat him in a bowl game, believe it or not.
Skip, can you believe that the head coach actually wanted Mike Glennon to start over Russell Wilson? That's why Russell Wilson left to go to Wisconsin, because that guy wanted Mike Glennon. But that's neither here nor there. Skip, no, I ain't. Skip, I'm not believing anything the Cowboys say. They beat one of the worst teams in football. And you up there proud of your chest about that? I just watched you get blown out the other night against Baltimore. You gave up 300 yards rushing. So what was the momentum on that one? You didn't build no momentum? Man, stop this. No, I got nothing the Cowboys say. It's over for y'all. You can get all the momentum you want.